The sinking of the IJN Mikuma, a Japanese heavy cruiser, occurred during the pivotal Battle of Midway in June 1942. This was one of the most decisive naval battles of World War II, which saw the tide turn in favor of the United States in the Pacific theater. Here's the story of the IJN Mikuma and how it met its end. Background: the Mikuma was one of the two Mogami-class in heavy cruisers, designed originally as light cruisers, but later converted to heavy cruisers, capable of carrying 203mm guns. Along with her sister ship, the Mogami, Mikuma was part of the Midway invasion force, led by Admiral Nobutake Kondo, which was tasked with supporting the planned invasion of Midway Island. Prelude to the sinking. During the Battle of Midway, as the Japanese fleet was trying to regroup after suffering devastating losses, notably the destruction of 4 aircraft carriers, Mikuma and Mogami were ordered to retreat. They were in the Second Fleet, serving as part of the covering force for the invasion of Midway, which was eventually aborted after the defeat of the main carrier force. The Mikuma and Mogami had been tasked with bombarding Midway's defenses if the landing were to proceed, but after the failure they were ordered to withdraw. During their retreat on June 6, 1942, they encountered another problem: the collision. Mikuma and Mogami were sailing west, trying to avoid detection by U.S. forces. However, a sudden sighting of an American submarine, USS Tambor, caused both ships to take evasive maneuvers. In the chaos, Mikuma and Mogami collided with each other, damaging both ships. Mogami's bow was severely damaged, but Mikuma initially seemed to escape with less damage. The collision, however, slowed them down, making them vulnerable to air attacks. The sinking. The next day, on June 6, 1942, U.S. aircraft from Task Force 16, centered around the aircraft carriers USS Enterprise and USS Hornet, spotted the 2 damaged cruisers. Multiple waves of SBD Dauntless dive bombers launched attacks on the vulnerable Japanese ships. Mikuma, in particular, became the main target. In the ensuing attacks, Mikuma was hit by several bombs that ignited her torpedoes, causing catastrophic explosions. Fires raged throughout the ship, and the damage became uncontrollable. After several hours of bombardment and with the ship ablaze, Mikuma sank. Out of her crew of approximately 900 sailors, over 650 were lost. In the sinking, Mogami, though heavily damaged, managed to escape and was later repaired, continuing to serve in the Japanese Navy until 1944. Aftermath and significance. The loss of Mikuma, along with 4 Japanese aircraft carriers during the Battle of Midway, was a staggering blow to the Imperial Japanese Navy. It marked a turning point in the Pacific War, as Japan was forced onto the defensive for the remainder of the conflict. Mikuma's wreck has never been definitively found, but its sinking remains one of the key moments of the Battle of Midway, showcasing the devastating effectiveness of U.S. carrier-based air power against surface fleets. In summary, the IJN Mikuma was a casualty of Japan's failed Midway campaign, lost after a collision and relentless air attacks, contributing to Japan's defeat in the crucial battle.